What's up, guys? Star Wars Only here, and today we're going to talk about why Clone Wars is leaving Netflix, or why Netflix is leaving Clone Wars. It's kind of a two-way street if you really think about it, and I'm going to explain it to you on why it's happening. So a lot of people are kind of outraged, not really outraged, or some are, but most people aren't. They're just saddened by the fact that tomorrow on March the 7th, Clone Wars will be leaving Netflix, and it's been on there for a very long time, and this happened because during Disney's purchasing of Lucasfilm, they basically said, all right, we're not going to continue Clone Wars, we're not going to invest into this anymore, we want to go in a different direction. So what they did was they aired the last season because they didn't want the last season, season 6, to go basically unwatched, to be a waste of money and time. So what they did was they they let Netflix pay them, because what Netflix has to do to get a show or a movie onto their Netflix thing, whatever you want to call it. They have to pay, like Lucasfilm, they have to pay them to have a licensing agreement and show it on the Netflix line. So that's what happened, is they made a deal with Netflix. All right, you're going to show this for maybe 5 years, and you'll pay us this much up front. We'll let you have a licensing agreement for 5 years, and then once that 5 years hits up on March 7th, 2017, there are two options. Netflix can either pay them more money to show it again, because the servers cost more money as time goes on. That's just inflation. That's how it works. And also, I can't think. There was another reason why they would pay them more. But and also, yeah, the fact that Netflix is kind of decreasing its movies and TV shows, like how many it has in its line. And the reason they're doing that is because people like Hulu and Amazon Prime are trying to catch up to Netflix. So there's certain shows like, let's say Big Bang Theory. Apparently it's supposed to go to Hulu. Well, Netflix wants that, but Hulu's like, no, we'll pay more. And so it's a bidding war that happens, and therefore Netflix is losing it's as a lot of revenue. It's not losing a huge amount of revenue, but it's, servers cost more, so therefore they need more money. But when other places like Amazon Prime and Hulu are taking the shows that they want, then they're not going to make as much money as they could. And that's kind of happening with Clone Wars, is that it's not going anywhere else. It's just simply that Netflix does not want to pay the licensing agreement again. Or the other option is the fact that maybe Lucasfilm or Disney doesn't want them to pay it again, because what are they doing? They're making Rebels. They're making a fourth season of Rebels now, and they don't want, they think Clone Wars is obsolete, and I completely agree with them. Clone Wars hasn't been a thing for a very long time, and I'm not really gonna miss it off of Netflix. I watched it maybe twice for the entire duration of it, but it's nothing that's gonna be like, oh, my heart, it's gone. The reason, if it was doing views out the wazoo and Netflix was reporting, wow, we're getting a lot of views for Clone Wars. We're getting like 20,000 people a day, or maybe even 50,000, some high numbers, then they would be like, all right, we'll keep it. But it's not. You got The Walking Dead. The season comes out every year, and it's like literally a year after it. But why do they keep paying and keep doing it? Well, because people love The Walking Dead. It's one of the biggest shows, and people keep watching it. There's got to be thousands of people watching Walking Dead as I am speaking. But that's not the case for the Clone Wars. So what's going to happen? Netflix is going to be like, all right, well, we're not doing that great in views on this one, so anything under 10,000 views a day or 5,000 views a day, we're gonna end the agreement. We're not going to renew our contracts with them, because there's no point, because no one's really watching them. And that's basically what's happening with Clone Wars, is that, yes, it's sad it's leaving, but it has become obsolete. Disney and Lucasfilm are moving on to bigger and brighter things of the future for Star Wars. Why are they going to rely so heavily on the past and stick to the Clone Wars? So, that's just basically it. It's a money thing, it's a business thing, and if you watch my channel, I'm big into the business part of, if it makes money, it makes sense. And this would make money for Lucasfilm, but it wouldn't make as much as if they would invest into other things. They're not really losing money, but they're not really gaining a lot of money either. And as rich as these guys are, a $100,000 contract with Netflix, or maybe even a $50,000 contract, wouldn't really affect them at all. It's money, it's chump change. Jesus, that would be amazing for me, but for them, it's chump change. They don't care. So that's all it is. Netflix just isn't renewing it because of the fact that they have to invest into other things. They got their own little House of Cards shows coming out, Daredevil, The Punisher. They have all these shows that they want to invest in to expand their subscription-based, because that's the only way they make money. They do not make money off of ads. They do not make money off of TV shows that pay them to show their TV show. No, Netflix makes all their money off of you, the people that subscribe to it every month. That little $10 to $8 that you pay every month, that's the only way Netflix makes its money. Therefore, they got to spend it wisely. And spending it to renew a contract that's going to be more expensive than it originally was with Star Wars and Lucasfilm, it just doesn't make sense. And even if I was them, I would not do it. As big as a Star Wars fan I am, I'm not doing it. So, yeah, and there's hope, though. A lot of people are going to get down about this. There's hope because Disney and Netflix made an agreement a couple years ago about showing Disney content on Netflix. So that's happening, as you see, with, Civil War, with Captain America Civil War, and I think it had the Avengers on it, whatnot. So that's, Marvel's owned by Disney, so stuff like that's slowly going to start coming out. And I think it starts in September when we really start getting stuff like Jurassic Park, all those, the first 3 movies of those and stuff like that. So you possibly could see the return of it if the Star Wars movies even come to Netflix. You could see the return of Clone Wars, but it's highly unlikely that would happen because that's not really under the Disney category exactly because it was made before Disney took over, if you catch what I'm throwing. So, but I mean, that's it. There's hope, but I highly doubt it's going to come back. So if you really want to just go buy the DVD and stop being cheap. So, hope you guys liked this video. That was just basically me explaining why we're having the situation we're having. And if there's hope, probably not. But, go out and buy the DVDs and stop complaining. I'm Star Wars Only. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment, like, subscribe. I will see you guys next time. May the Force be with you. Always.